searching for secrets hidden in the fold. Under the vows where shadows creep, the truth awaits and mysteries deep. Voices call out from the shadows hold, stories untold where courage is gold, exposing the lies that bind the free, expanding horizons for all to see. Voices call out from the shadows hold, stories untold where courage is gold, exposing the lies that bind the free, expanding horizons for all to see. Truth seekers rise, lift your eyes. Break the chains darkness defies. Shine the light, uncover what's right, for all to see in the dead of night. Questions arise like sparks in the dark. Instrumental are we, leaving a mark. No more silence, the truth shall unseal. With every step, the wounds will heal. Courageous hearts in unity stand. With revelations, the world is planned. Fears fall away like dust in the breeze. Truth sets us free, we'll never appease. Rise, lift your eyes. Break the chains darkness defies. Shine the light, uncover what's right, for all to see in the dead of night. Rise, lift your eyes. Break the chains darkness defies. Shine the light, uncover what's right, for all to see in the dead of night. In the dead of night. In the dead of night.
Welcome to another episode of Mr. B and Friends Truth Seekers. Good day, everyone, and welcome to our exploration of the intriguing world of ufology. Since the dawn of time, humans have gazed at the stars, pondering the vastness of the universe and wondering if we're truly alone. The idea of extraterrestrial life, with its advanced technology and mysterious motives, has captivated our imaginations for centuries. Join me as we journey into the heart of ufology, where we'll separate the science from the speculation and uncover the truth behind the headlines. From the enigmatic Roswell incident of 1947 to countless reported sightings, ufology is replete with captivating tales that have fueled our imaginations for decades. The sheer volume of anecdotal evidence, coupled with the lack of definitive explanations, has led many to believe that we are not alone in the cosmos. It's important to approach the subject of ufology with a healthy dose of skepticism, questioning the validity of claims and demanding evidence to support extraordinary assertions. What began as a niche interest has blossomed into a global phenomenon, with ufology conferences, documentaries, and merchandise becoming increasingly mainstream. The internet has played a significant role in popularizing ufology, transforming it from a fringe topic into widespread discussion and debate. But with the influx of money and media attention comes the potential for exploitation and misinformation. How do we navigate this complex landscape? The answer lies in critical thinking, skepticism, and common sense. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, and anecdotal accounts are not sufficient to prove the existence of extraterrestrial life. The truth is out there, but it's likely far more nuanced and complex than the sensationalized stories that often dominate the headlines. The ufology field is a lucrative one, with a dedicated following driving a multi-million-dollar market. This financial incentive can create a breeding ground for exaggerated stories and outright fabrications. The presence of those more interested in profits than facts can muddy the waters, making it difficult for the public to discern credible information from fiction. The human mind craves a good story, and few topics lend themselves to captivating storytelling quite like UFOs and aliens. These narratives often follow a familiar formula, involving a credible witness and dramatic claims. The problem is, these narratives are often presented as factual accounts, even when evidence is scarce or non-existent. In the age of the internet, information spreads at an unprecedented rate, and the ufology community is not immune to the echo chamber effect. Online forums and social media groups can create spaces where believers reinforce each other's convictions without encountering dissenting viewpoints. This highlights the importance of approaching information with a critical eye and seeking out diverse perspectives. The ufology industry has capitalized on our fascination, creating a lucrative market for books, documentaries, and merchandise. Some individuals fabricate stories of alien encounters or government cover-ups to sell books or gain a following. This manipulation of the narrative contributes to the spread of misinformation and undermines the credibility of the field. The consequences of deception within the ufology industry are far-reaching, affecting both individuals and the credibility of the field. Misinformation and fabricated stories make it difficult to distinguish genuine UFO sightings from hoaxes. This erosion of credibility can have a chilling effect on legitimate research and investigation into UFOs. In the world of ufology, whistleblowers hold a unique and often controversial position. Their stories, often shrouded in secrecy, tap into our fascination with conspiracies and hidden truths. But as with any source of information, it's crucial to approach the claims of whistleblowers with a healthy dose of skepticism. Section 2. The allure of the whistleblower. The ufology community has a long history with whistleblowers. Some, like Bob Lazar, have become icons within the ufology movement, claiming to work on reverse-engineered alien technology at a secret facility known as S4. Others, like Richard Doty, have been accused of spreading disinformation, feeding fabricated stories to researchers to discredit the ufology movement. Whistleblower testimonies are often difficult to verify. They claim they cannot reveal sources for fear of reprisal. This lack of transparency challenges their credibility. Individuals must decide whether to believe or dismiss their claims. Despite this, whistleblower stories shape public perceptions of UFOs. Their stories are featured in documentaries, books, and websites, adding intrigue to the ufology narrative. But reliance on unverified accounts raises concerns about misinformation. Whistleblowers can be mistaken, misled, or deceptive. Their stories should be scrutinized and treated with skepticism. Section 3. Truth or consequences. One of the most compelling aspects of whistleblower testimonies is the element of risk involved. Whistleblowers often claim that they are putting their careers, reputations, and even their lives on the line by speaking out. They paint themselves as brave individuals willing to stand up for the truth, even in the face of overwhelming opposition. This narrative of courage and sacrifice resonates deeply with our sense of fairness and our admiration for those who challenge authority. It's easy to root for the underdog, the lone voice speaking out against a system that seeks to silence them. But it's important to remember that the perception of risk doesn't necessarily equate to the veracity of a claim. Some whistleblowers may genuinely believe that they are in danger, even if their fears are unfounded. Others may exaggerate the risks involved to bolster their credibility or garner sympathy for their cause. And still, Others may fabricate threats altogether as a way to deflect scrutiny or avoid providing evidence to support their claims. The question of whether a whistleblower is telling the truth or fabricating their story is not always easy to answer. There's often a complex interplay of factors to consider, including the individual's motivations, the plausibility of their claims, and the availability of corroborating evidence. Section 4. The unverified narrative. The lack of accountability in whistleblower stories is a significant concern within the ufology community. Because whistleblowers often claim that they cannot reveal their sources or provide concrete evidence, their stories are often taken at face value, with little to no independent verification. This lack of scrutiny can create an environment where fabricated or exaggerated accounts can flourish. The internet has exacerbated this problem, providing a platform for anyone with a story to share it with the world, regardless of its veracity. Social media, in particular, has become a breeding ground for unverified UFO-related content, with sensationalized headlines and clickbait articles often taking precedence over accurate reporting and critical analysis. This proliferation of unverified information makes it challenging for individuals to separate fact from fiction. Without a reliable system for vetting information and holding sources accountable, the ufology community risks becoming increasingly insular, with believers retreating further into echo chambers where dissenting viewpoints are dismissed and fabricated accounts are accepted as gospel. The lack of accountability also creates opportunities for exploitation. Individuals seeking fame, fortune, or notoriety can exploit the public's fascination with UFOs by fabricating stories of government cover-ups, alien encounters, or secret technology. These individuals often present themselves as whistleblowers, using their fabricated experiences to gain a following, sell books, or secure speaking engagements. The reliance on whistleblower testimonies without proper verification raises concerns about the overall stability of the ufology industry. If the foundation of this field rests upon unverified accounts and anecdotal evidence, it becomes vulnerable to collapse should those accounts be debunked or discredited. This reliance on shaky ground also hinders the pursuit of legitimate scientific inquiry into UFOs and extraterrestrial life. When the field is perceived as being dominated by conspiracy theories, unsubstantiated claims, and fabricated stories, it becomes difficult to attract serious researchers and secure funding for rigorous scientific studies. To move forward in a meaningful way, the ufology community must grapple with the issue of accountability. This involves developing mechanisms for verifying whistleblower testimonies, promoting critical thinking and skepticism, and demanding a higher standard of evidence for extraordinary claims. Ultimately, the pursuit of knowledge about UFOs and extraterrestrial life requires a commitment to rigor, transparency, and accountability. By embracing these principles, the ufology community can move beyond the realm of speculation and conjecture and toward a more evidence-based understanding of this enigmatic phenomenon. Now let's imagine for a moment, what if the truth really is out there? What if, after decades of speculation, government denials, and tantalizing glimpses of the unknown, full disclosure about UFOs and extraterrestrial life were to occur? Some believe that such a revelation would be a watershed moment in human history, ushering in a new era of peace, understanding, and technological advancement. Others fear the truth might be far more complex, unsettling, and potentially even dangerous. For years, the ufology industry has thrived on secrecy and speculation. But what happens when the curtain is pulled back and the mysteries are laid bare for all to see? If the government confirms extraterrestrial life, what role remains for independent researchers? Some argue that full disclosure would usher in a new era of research and exploration. Imagine a world where shadowy figures whispering about government cover-ups are replaced by professors lecturing on astrobiology and first contact. Instead of grainy photos, we might have peer-reviewed papers on alien alloys. This shift would impact the ufology industry. Conferences might focus on research findings rather than anecdotal accounts. Books and documentaries would explore interstellar travel complexities and cultural exchange with alien civilizations. The ufology community might struggle to adapt to this new era. Financial incentives would likely disappear in a post-disclosure world. With the truth out, demand for sensationalized content would decline. Full disclosure offers the ufology community a chance to reinvent itself and play a meaningful role in this new era. Instead of proving UFOs, focus on understanding extraterrestrial life and preparing humanity for contact. Collaborate with experts to study cultural, societal, and technological impacts. Develop educational programs to help the public understand and engage in informed discussions. Debunk misinformation and combat fear and paranoia. Promote critical thinking and scientific literacy for a balanced perspective. Full disclosure could lead to a more mature and impactful ufology community. The human desire to understand our place in the cosmos is deeply ingrained in our psyche. For centuries, we have looked to the stars and wondered if we are alone in the vastness of space. The possibility of encountering intelligent life beyond Earth has fueled our imaginations, inspiring countless works of science fiction and driving us to explore the unknown. Full disclosure about UFOs and extraterrestrial life would be a watershed moment in human history, forever altering our understanding of ourselves and our place in the universe. It would force us to confront profound questions about the nature of intelligence, the origins of life, and the possibility of other civilizations scattered throughout the cosmos. The impact of such a revelation would extend far beyond the realm of science and technology. It would have profound implications for our religions, our philosophies, our art, and our very sense of identity as human beings. It would be a defining moment for our species, one that would challenge our assumptions, expand our horizons, and force us to reconsider our place in the grand scheme of things. While the prospect of full disclosure is both exciting and daunting, it is important to remember that the search for truth is a journey, not a destination. Even if we were to obtain definitive proof of extraterrestrial life, countless questions would remain unanswered. The universe is full of mysteries, and the more we learn, the more we realize how much we don't know. Right. Let's delve into some of the most well-known cases in ufology. These are the big ones, the incidents that have captured the public imagination and fueled endless speculation. But as we'll see, even the most compelling stories often crumble under the weight of scrutiny and a lack of concrete evidence. Take, for instance, the countless reports of ancient aliens, those supposed extraterrestrial visitors who, according to some, graced our ancestors with their presence and bestowed upon them advanced knowledge and technology. Proponents point to ancient structures like the pyramids of Egypt or Stonehenge as evidence of alien intervention, claiming that these feats of engineering were beyond the capabilities of primitive civilizations. While intriguing, these claims often rely on misinterpretations of archaeological evidence and a failure to grasp the ingenuity of our ancestors. Attributing these ancient marvels to alien influence is not only intellectually lazy, but also diminishes the remarkable achievements of the cultures that created them. It's a classic case of assuming that because we can't explain something with absolute certainty, it must be the work of something otherworldly. The truth is, our ancestors were incredibly resourceful and intelligent. They developed sophisticated tools, mastered complex engineering techniques, and possessed a deep understanding of astronomy and mathematics. To suggest that they were incapable of building impressive structures without extraterrestrial assistance is not only condescending, but also demonstrably false. Now let's talk about Roswell, New Mexico, 1947. It's the granddaddy of all UFO conspiracy theories. The story involves a crashed flying disc, recovered alien bodies, and a massive government conspiracy. The truth, from declassified documents and eyewitness accounts, is far less extraordinary. It was a high-altitude surveillance balloon, part of a top-secret project. The government's secrecy fueled speculation. Despite the lack of evidence, the Roswell incident continues to captivate the public imagination. The problem with many UFO sightings and alleged alien encounters is that they often lack what we might call smoking gun evidence. We get blurry photos, grainy videos, and anecdotal accounts from witnesses who may be sincere, but are also susceptible to misinterpreting what they saw or experiencing false memories. Take, for instance, the countless photos and videos of supposed UFOs that circulate online. Many of these can be easily debunked as hoaxes, the work of skilled digital artists, or simply everyday objects like drones, planes, or even birds caught in unusual lighting conditions. Others, while perhaps more intriguing, remain ultimately inconclusive. Without clear, verifiable evidence, these images and videos remain open to interpretation, fueling speculation, but doing little to advance our understanding of the phenomenon. The same can be said for eyewitness accounts. While some witnesses may genuinely believe they saw something extraordinary, human perception is notoriously unreliable, especially when it comes to fleeting glimpses of unusual objects in the sky. Our brains are wired to find patterns and make sense of the world around us. And sometimes, this means seeing what we want to see, or filling in the blanks with our own assumptions and expectations. This isn't to say that all UFO sightings are misidentifications or hoaxes. It's certainly possible that some of these reports represent genuine encounters with unexplained phenomena. However, without more robust evidence, these accounts remain anecdotal, offering intriguing glimpses into the unknown but falling short of providing definitive proof of extraterrestrial visitation. One of the challenges in discussing UFOs and extraterrestrial life is that the topic often evokes strong emotional responses. For some, the belief in aliens visiting Earth goes beyond a simple intellectual curiosity. It becomes a matter of faith, a deeply held conviction that shapes their worldview and influences their interpretation of events. This unwavering belief, often rooted in personal experiences or interpretations of ancient texts, can make it difficult to engage in rational discourse about the topic. Evidence that contradicts these beliefs is often dismissed as part of the conspiracy, while even the flimsiest of evidence that seems to support these beliefs is embraced as irrefutable proof. This isn't to say that all belief systems are inherently flawed or that those who believe in UFOs and aliens are somehow delusional. Belief is a powerful force that can provide comfort, meaning, and a sense of community. However, when belief trumps critical thinking and a willingness to consider alternative explanations, it can lead to a distorted perception of reality and a resistance to accepting evidence that contradicts those beliefs. In the pursuit of knowledge, it's essential to strike a balance between open-mindedness and skepticism. We should be willing to entertain extraordinary claims, but also demand extraordinary evidence to support those claims. We should approach the unknown with a sense of wonder and curiosity while also employing critical thinking and a healthy dose of skepticism. Section 5. The burden of proof. In the world of science and investigation, the burden of proof rests on those making the claim. In other words, if you're claiming that aliens are visiting Earth, abducting people, or influencing human affairs, it's up to you to provide the evidence to back up that claim. It's not up to skeptics to disprove your claim. It's up to you to prove it. This principle is particularly relevant in the field of ufology, where extraordinary claims are often made with little to no supporting evidence. Anecdotal accounts, blurry photos, and unsubstantiated claims of government cover-ups simply don't cut it when it comes to proving the existence of extraterrestrial life or visitation. To convince the scientific community and the wider public of the reality of UFOs and aliens, proponents need to present concrete, verifiable evidence. This might include physical artifacts of alien technology, clear and unambiguous recordings of extraterrestrial spacecraft, or even communication signals from an advanced civilization. Until such evidence is presented and withstands rigorous scientific scrutiny, the existence of UFOs and extraterrestrial visitors will remain in the realm of speculation and belief. This doesn't mean that we should stop asking questions or exploring the unknown. On the contrary, our fascination with the possibility of life beyond Earth should drive us to seek answers, to push the boundaries of our knowledge, and to approach this enigmatic subject with both curiosity and a healthy dose of skepticism. So there you have it, mates. We've journeyed through the fascinating, frustrating, and often downright bizarre world of ufology. We've seen how the allure of the unknown, coupled with the human desire to believe in something greater than ourselves, has fueled a multi-million-dollar industry built on speculation, sensationalism, and sometimes outright deception. As we've seen, the ufology landscape is littered with compelling stories that crumble under scrutiny, blurry photos that could be anything, and eyewitness accounts that are often more about perception than reality. While these stories can be entertaining and thought-provoking, it's crucial to approach them with a healthy dose of skepticism and a discerning eye. Just because a story is widely shared or passionately believed doesn't make it true. The internet, for all its wonders, has also become a breeding ground for misinformation and echo chambers, where unverified claims can quickly take on a life of their own. It's more important than ever to be critical consumers of information, to question our own biases, and to seek out diverse perspectives. Remember, wanting something to be true doesn't make it so. The desire for there to be something more out there, for us not to be alone in this vast universe, is a powerful one. But it's essential to ground our beliefs in evidence, not just wishful thinking or a desire to buy into a captivating narrative. We shouldn't dismiss ufology as just tall tales and hoaxes. There are genuine mysteries that puzzle scientists. The pursuit of knowledge about these anomalies is worthwhile. Ufology often feels more like entertainment than hard science. It's full of fascinating stories and endless speculation. Not everything needs to be explained to be enjoyed. Enjoy the stories, engage with the mysteries, and let your imagination run wild. The truth is out there somewhere. It requires critical thinking and skepticism. Be discerning viewers, separating fact from fiction. The beauty of the unknown is that it allows for infinite possibilities. Just because we haven't found definitive proof of extraterrestrial life doesn't mean it's not out there, somewhere in the vast expanse of the cosmos. Perhaps we haven't looked in the right places, or perhaps our current technology isn't advanced enough to detect the subtle signs of alien civilizations. The universe is a vast and mysterious place, full of wonders that we are only just beginning to comprehend. The search for extraterrestrial life is ultimately a search for ourselves, a quest to understand our place in the grand scheme of things and to answer the age-old question, are we alone? While the truth about UFOs and aliens remains elusive, the journey itself is full of wonder, discovery, and the thrill of exploring the unknown. So keep looking up at the stars, keep asking questions, and never lose your sense of curiosity. The universe is full of surprises, and who knows what mysteries we might uncover if we dare to dream big and explore the possibilities. Don't forget to tickle the like and subscribe buttons. Until next time, my friends.